Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of eSports Tonight. I am your host, SCSouthernStyle. This is episode number 19, and it is officially the week after ChargerCon. If you guys missed ChargerCon, you missed out on a lot of action. We had some really great sponsors. We had some awesome tournaments, and we've got some really big news that was just announced. Daniel Horton came in and just told us that the UAH LAN Party and ChargerCon have been awarded the most outstanding co-sponsored event at UAH, which is a huge award. So that I want to send out a special thank you for that award to all the people who were involved in helping with ChargerCon, helping set up, helping run tournaments and all that stuff. It was because of you guys that we got recognized for that award and won that award. So very big deal there. But ChargerCon, if you missed it, you missed out on some really awesome action. We had Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 tournament, Smash Brothers tournament, which was won by Mr. Kyle Kosic. We'll talk to him here in a little bit. Halo Reach, which was won by Zach Harrell. We might have him on a little bit later in a later broadcast. We had the Call of Duty tournament, which was a team tournament won by 619. And we might talk to Robert Tate, who is one of the players on that team, in a later broadcast as well. We had League of Legends, which was won by Team Triple Didgit, which I do have Daniel Robertson. We'll talk to him here in a little bit. And then the StarCraft 2 tournament was won by Darren Simpson, and we might get him on a little bit later and talk to him. But definitely it was a lot of fun. We had over 700 people there and a lot of great prizes. We had the 501st out there, the Deep, the Foundry, pretty much everybody I've been talking about who was scheduled to be there was there. So, I mean, that's just really awesome that we had such a big turnout for this event. If you guys hear a lot of noise behind me, that's because I'm currently at game night right now where we are playing Brood War. And unfortunately I had to record this one and not bring it to you live as the UAH network not the best in the world for uploading, so hopefully we can fix that, and we're trying to work more and more each day with networking to try and get a better connection and all that stuff. So like I said, I do have some interviews with some of our champions here. I've got Mr. Daniel with me right now, one of the players from Team Triple Didgit. Dan, so how does it feel winning the ChargerCon tournament?
Obviously I am happy I won. My team won. Like, we had random teammates.
Oh, so the team was completely random.
Yeah, we didn't know each other before the tournament. Like, I hadn't talked to all but probably one of them. Wow,
that is really impressive that it's just like a random group of people. There must have been some really good players, obviously. I mean, obviously you yourself very good, but I mean the whole team as a whole.
Yeah, we got pretty lucky. Most of us were fairly experienced. We all had some practice with some arranged team play. We all basically knew all the roles and general items and summoner skills to take. And then from there it was about coordinating the team.
Well, I mean, I got to cast the finals with Caleb, the League of Legends president, and I mean, you guys pretty much just ran away with it seemed.
Yeah. In a tournament setting where there's random players on different teams and there's lots of semi-casual players and like not a lot of arranged team play, it's about coordinating your team to take advantage of their uncoordination.
So were you guys near each other and able to talk or anything like that, or was it just basically here's what I plan on doing and I hope it coordinates with what you're doing?
No, we had no ventriloquism or Skype. I was typing a lot. I would say I typed about 500 words in those matches total, trying to tell my team where to go, what to do, pinging all over the map. It's very difficult, but we somehow pulled it off.
Yeah, that was, and I mean, you guys just seemed to, I'm actually quite surprised that it was a completely random team. I mean, just the way that your team just seemed to, everybody knew their role, it seemed like. I mean, with Soraka taking out all of those wards and everything was just, I mean, basically blinded your opponents for the entire match, and I mean, that's, wouldn't typically anticipate that from a non-formed team, I guess I would say.
Yeah, like I said, we had some pretty good players. We definitely got lucky to get all of us together. But
so was the other team a random team as well?
I think 2 of the teams were not random. And I think those were the 2 teams we played.
Okay. All right. So, well, yeah, to take out an already formed team with basically just a random group of guys definitely speaks very highly of your team's skill. So, do you maybe play with those guys in the future? Any of the guys that were on the team?
Probably. So, like, there's going to be lots of events for different tournaments and stuff, and if I see them around, I will definitely try to get them on my team.
Okay, awesome. How are you feeling for the fall ChargerCon?
Fall ChargerCon, I want to win that too.
Yeah.
I want to win 3 in a row.
3 in a row, yeah, that would be awesome. And fall ChargerCon, for you guys who haven't heard yet, is going to be a 2-day event. So, I mean, definitely expect a much longer road to the finals for the next one. So, how did you feel about ChargerCon as a whole? Like, you got any comments or anything like that about ChargerCon?
There were a lot more people than I thought. Sign-ups for the different tournaments went by so quickly. I remember, I think League of Legends sign-ups ended at about 3:38 or so, which is 8 minutes after sign-up started.
Sign-up started at 3:30. Well, so I mean, with four slots for 4 teams, it's like, okay,
5 slots for 4 teams.
Well, yeah. Right. So I guess, if somebody came in with a full formed team, then they could just say, boom, there's one entire slot gone. So
yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was fun night though. Fun night.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, thank you, Dan, for joining me. We're going to talk to Kyle here in a little bit if I could get him off Brood War. Anything you want to close up with? Are you looking at? So you staying with League of Legends? Are you going to maybe transition over to Dota 2?
I'm not so sure. I've been switching around games over the past years and such, and I don't know. Dota 2 looks really good. League of Legends is also an amazing game. So, one last closing thing is I do coaching for League of Legends. If you want to get better, I am your man to come to help you.
Yep, if you play League of Legends, you definitely need to check out the League of Legends Facebook page. That's where you can find any of that kind of info or anything like that, as well as everybody's usernames and stuff like that if you want to play with other UAH or local players. So if you guys give me 1 second, I'll see if I can't get Kyle wherever the heck he is. But Kyle did win the Smash Brothers tournament, and he defeated his roommate, Kyle, with by using Olimar against Mr. Game & Watch. So you guys give me 1 quick second. I will see if I can't track him down, and we'll make a really quick take a real quick break.
Facing on airplane.
And we're back. Kyle, the champion of Smash Brothers. How did it feel winning the Smash Brothers tournament against your roommates?
Oh, it was alright.
It was alright? So, so how long have you been playing Smash Brothers?
Since the beginning of last semester when my roommate had the game and I decided to try playing it.
So, is he like the one that really kind of taught you how to play the game and everything like that?
Yeah, basically.
So you kind of went like, student becomes the master kind of deal whenever you beat him at ChargerCon, don't you think?
Yeah, I suppose you could say like that. He introduced me to the game and first taught me to play.
So Olimar, what made you choose Olimar as the character you wanted to play?
Well, he's really sexy and he has a nice nose. He offers a variety of colors, which is appealing to me. Yeah.
You can't, spacesuit. Can't go wrong with the man and the astronaut,
Yeah.
So there were how many people were actually in the Smash Brothers tournament? Do you know?
Yeah, I think we had 38 sign up total.
Yeah. Okay. So were they all best of 3s or best of 1s?
Well, we didn't have much time, so everything was a best of 1 with no losers bracket. So very fast games. All games were under like 5 minutes.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you guys got started at 7 and got up on the stage at like 8:45.
Yeah, we were done by like 8:15. We had everything done within an hour.
Wow. How was it going through the bracket down there in the game room?
It's kind of nerve-wracking because everything's a best of 1, and it's really easy just to slip up and have something go wrong, but it worked out.
So, not to say that I didn't not that to say that I don't think you were the best player in the tournament, but I mean, obviously you won. But were there players that should have gone farther that maybe fell out early because of the best of one?
It was more or less how the bracket was designed, where there was a lot of like lesser players grouped together, and a lot of the better players faced each other in early rounds, but not so much as a result of how the bracket was set up.
Okay, so I mean, obviously in any tournament, the best guy is going to come out.
Yeah,
anyway.
a couple of the bad guys got knocked out early, but that's just because they were paired up with high-ranked guys early on. There was no seeding system.
Okay. Now I know. So do you play in any of the Alabama Smash League or anything like that?
I haven't yet, but I plan on trying that out next semester.
Okay. Well, I know that Josh sent me, Josh Roundtree, the president of the Alabama Smash League, sent me a message saying that if you're in the Huntsville area and want to go to the next tournament, which I believe is this upcoming weekend at Auburn, Nick Hansen has room in his car for I think 3 or 4 more people. So that may be something to look into if you want to test out your medal and maybe win a little bit of cash there as well, because I know they play for money. So
yeah, I was thinking about trying that out if I had time this weekend.
Okay, so then obviously take your Olimar skills down there to Auburn and see what kind of competition you can wrangle up down there.
Yep.
So how many hours do you think you've played against your against your roommate Kyle?
That I've probably booked about 100 hours playing against him.
So definitely by far he was the person that you played against the most in the entire tournament.
Yes.
And you guys just happened to end up in the finals. So
yeah, opposite sides of the bracket. He had some pretty impressive wins too, so he deserved it.
All right. Were there anybody else notable in the tournament that you or your roommate took out that probably would have been that were notable foes?
Well, my biggest fear is the one I thought was going to win the tournament was the person I played in the semifinals was Alexander. He's a very good player in the Alabama Smash League.
And who does he play?
When I've faced him in the past, he's played DDD, but in this tournament he decided to play Rob, and it was a really close match, and he just about nearly won, but by a small slip-up of his, I think I came out to win.
Wow, and in a best of one, I mean, that's all it takes.
Best of one, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
I think if it was a best of 3, he may have came out on top, but...
Well, those are very entertaining matches. I mean, how did it feel to have your matches being played on the main stage in front of like an audience there?
That doesn't really faze me too much. I think that is more or less what really helped me win the tournament as a whole, because my opponent wasn't really used to a tournament setting. I mean, I've played StarCraft in tournaments a lot, so I'm used to the nerves that come with it. But he kind of let the nerves get to him a little bit in that tournament, because he's never done anything of that sort.
Yes, and I mean, in those best of 3s, and definitely playing best of 1s all the way up, and then all of a sudden you got to play best of 3. I mean, he lost game number 1, but came back in game number 2. But I mean, I think if I remember,
especially every time you land a good hit, you hear the crowd cheering for you.
Oh yeah, that was
kind of gets to you.
I don't think I've ever seen a professional Smash live, and that was very exciting. And I think there were people in the crowd that had never seen it before, and I think they were very, very impressed. So
yes, it was very interesting.
So how did you feel about ChargerCon as a whole?
I really enjoyed it. I look forward to next semester, though, especially when we have more time, so we can have more thorough tournaments.
So obviously you're going to try and compete in the Smash Brothers tournament again and defend your title.
If I can, I will play in that, as well as I'm probably going to make a return to StarCraft as well.
Okay. And maybe Dota 2 if it's out.
If Dota 2's out by then, I will definitely be on a Dota 2 team.
All right, so you're looking to expand a bunch of tournaments next year, which will be an option that hopefully we'll have. I don't know about 3 tournaments, but...
Yeah, I might have to give up the StarCraft to do the Dota 2 tournament.
Okay, well, maybe... Oh, no, I would say maybe Heart of the Swarm will be out by then, but no. Heart of the Swarm's not out. No, never. Exactly. Well, you got any other statements here before we move on?
No, I'm good.
All right, how are you enjoying the Brood War?
I'm much worse at it than I used to be.
Much different, very, very different.
Yeah, you kind of adapt to the luxuries that are offered by StarCraft 2. Oh
yeah, the AI is just beautiful. It's like you tell it to move, you tell a unit to move somewhere, and it moves straight there.
Well, it's mostly the hotkeys that threw me off. You kind of get used to being able to control all your units at the same time, and then having to move in groups of 8.
Yeah, I saw you over there with the trying to control 12 units, and it just wasn't working.
I had like 10 Ultralisks and 40 Hydralisks, and they just wouldn't want to move, because then when certain ones aren't moving, they like to not move for the other ones out of the way. Like with the AI in StarCraft 2, if you have a unit in the middle of a ball of other units and you move it out, the other ones will kindly move aside for them, and they don't move in Brood War if you don't tell them to.
Well, the beautiful thing about the Brood War selection is whenever you have a giant clump and you select 12, it's a random 12.
Completely random, the 12 that are selected.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Kyle, for joining us, giving us a little bit of feedback and telling us about the tournaments. Hopefully you get to hear about your winnings in the Alabama Smash League.
All right, thank you for having me.
Well, guys, it is April 17th, and you know what that means. We are less than a month away from Diablo 3. That's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I think I'm going to finish up playing some Brood War here. Hope you guys enjoyed this cast. I'll try and bring you some interviews with some of the rest of the winners that we had from the ChargerCon tournaments, the Call of Duty, Halo Reach, StarCraft 2. And see if we can't get some Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 in here as well. If you guys are catching this on the replay, please subscribe to my YouTube account. It's youtube.com/SCSouthernStyle, or you can follow me on Facebook, and you can just search me on Facebook at eSports Tonight, and you can keep up with all the different action there. And we'll be looking forward to ChargerCon in the future. If you are interested in giving your feedback for this last ChargerCon, there will be a meeting in the library Friday at 1 o'clock in room 111. Daniel Horton will be hosting that meeting, and anybody can come in and give their feedback, as well as if you registered, you should have an email in your inbox about some ChargerCon feedback. So we would appreciate your guys' feedback on that, as that's how we improve, and we hope to bring you bigger and better sponsors, as well as some of the last sponsors we had for the next one. So thank you guys for watching this. Tell your friends, tell your fellow gamers about eSports Tonight and all the stuff that's going on here at UAH, and that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys next week.